What's up, Wichita? Happy Friday. It is another cloudy day here in Wichita, but I'm feeling good on the inside. I'm feeling sunshine. And I really wanted to talk about something that is really near and dear to my heart. It has been something I've learned over the years of working with people who struggle with their body image and eating disorders and self esteem. In our culture, whether you have an eating disorder or not, especially if you're female, but if you're male as well, you will be impacted by our culture's message of body image and that what you look like is super important. And so often in the eating disorder field, people think that I'm super pro positive body image, and I am here to debunk that myth. I am not pro positive body image either. And I know that sounds like blasphemy. I know some people are like, what? You're not part of the positive body image movement? And I'm not against it either, by the way. So let me just be very clear about that. Not anti it, but I don't find that it's very helpful for people's recovery long term. So let me explain that. And I don't think that's good for people's self-esteem or self-worth or really delving into the deeper issues, because whether we are getting people to hate their bodies or love their bodies, we are still overly emphasizing bodies and the importance of what we look like on the outside. So for me, I don't know that focusing on positive body image is very helpful. And I want to share a story that I learned from a client system that I worked with. There was a mother and daughter, and I remember the mother was a very thoughtful person, and I just want to preface that. I think she's a very thoughtful, amazing human being. So I don't think this was done with any malintention, and it's so funny how we as humans just learn through the silly things we do with good intentions. And she was really trying to instill positive body image into her daughter, which a lot of moms and parents try to do. I get that question all the time, how do I make sure that my kiddo has a good body image? And part of her plan was that she was going to say positive things about people's bodies. And so she would say very positive things about others' bodies, like, man, that girl is so, beautiful. She's so tan. Look at her whatever, bodies are beautiful. And she would emphasize all the different things and characteristics she thought were beautiful about other people's bodies. Well, at the end of the day, her daughter noticed that her mom was still very much attentive to people's bodies, whether it was in a good or bad light. And for her, the message was what someone looks like matters. Whether it's, how bad they look or how good they look, her mom was still organizing the way that she viewed the world and the way that she viewed others around how they looked. And the biggest thing when it comes to healing with eating disorders, or even if we just have low self-esteem because, that huge gap that we have in our culture between what we're supposed to look like and what we actually look like, is that nobody can ever truly attain that. And even if we did, even if we were very beautiful or we had all the things that society deemed were beautiful, the problem is that then that person starts to focus and organize their life around being beautiful. And what they miss out on is every single other area of their life. And they won't, build up their other skills and their talents because people give them accolades and know them for their beauty. And so they put their energy and time into those areas of their life instead of other areas. And so for me, it's, you go Glen Coco, you be positive about your body, but I think the bigger, better message for people when I've seen them heal is that our bodies are not that important. Now, I'm not anti-beauty. It's nice to get your hair done, your nails done. Obviously, I do my makeup. I'm not anti looking nice. It's all fine and good, but it's definitely not a defining feature of my life. And I don't organize my life around it. In fact, I could probably spend a few more minutes on my hair. It's actually half dry right now. Probably can't tell because I'm very blessed that my hair will still lay flat even if I don't fully blow dry it. But yeah, it's not something that I organize my life around. And that is my hope for other people too, is that they realize that they are so much more than what they look like, and that the essence of who they are is their message and how they talk and how they carry themselves and what they love and how they nurture the world and the creative ideas that they put out in the world. And the biggest tragedy that I see for people who struggle with body image, self-confidence, eating disorders is that their life becomes obsessed with dieting, calories, the latest beauty trend, what they look like, mirrors, and so it's like that is what they end up thinking about instead of all the other cool, creative things that we could learn and the ways that we could connect with these people. All we get is who they are when they're thinking about beauty and stuff and their bodies. So again, I'm not anti people loving their bodies, like that's great, but I think ultimately the relationship I encourage people have to their bodies is that they nurture their bodies no matter what it looks like, and that they take care of their bodies like we would take care of our children, because it's not about what our children look like. We're never like, oh, it looks like this or she looks like this, and it's really important that she's beautiful, because parents that overly emphasize their kids' beauty too, or what they look like or their muscles or whatever, like those kids learn to organize their life around what they look like, and that they get attention and love from what they look like, right? And so, again, the ultimate message that I hope to send is that when it comes to healing body image, when it comes to healing our confidence, it's not about loving our bodies or aesthetically changing ourselves so we love our bodies. It's about realizing that we are so much more than our bodies, and that who we are and what we care about is so much more important than what we look like. And that's when I notice people putting their best selves out into the world, and that they are beautiful because they shine and because they have like a different essence and because they are them, right? And they're not focused on what they look like. I know that's anti our culture because we are still funneled all these messages about beauty. And even on like social media, people are literally like, they have followings because they're beautiful. But I think at the end of the day, we realize that like over time, first of all, that goes away. Second of all, I kind of feel bad for those people because I think in the back of their minds, they must wonder like, is that what I get known for? And then they do have to organize their lives around it and like what they look like in a selfie and having a perfect angle and what they're wearing. And I don't know, to me, I guess that's not my goals in life. So like, I think we could look at that and be like, oh my gosh, but people do get accolades and kudos in our culture because of beauty. And you're right, but it's very fleeting. And they even have shown research that when you first meet somebody, their beauty and what they look like aesthetically gives them 5 minutes. 5 minutes of your interest. And then it's about like what you're talking about, your tone of voice, what you smell like, how you carry yourself, how you relate, and probably other energetic stuff that we don't even know what to call because we haven't scientifically figured out what it is. But yeah, it's not much time that it gives us. So my message to you is you are so much more than your bodies. So go out there and be creative, be awesome. And I hope you have a wonderful Friday. I will check back with y'all on Monday.